run them for whatever future character I remember to pull for now. Until like one day comes back to the game.
I don't know, say if it's Lula or something.
Yeah. I forgot who the fuck comes next, honestly. Just wanted cat ghosts because Lamau. I must keep
I mean, I know Lapland's like super pog, but I don't know.
I'm just scared. Just because limited characters are annoying to get that off. That's the only real reason.
At this point, I'm like, I'm done with the game. I'm probably just waiting for Benfield to come out.
That's fair. I'll also play it if you honestly. I'm just like, eventually I'll come back to it, mostly just as a book collection.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the characters are still nice, and there's a lot of nice stories about them, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Too bad. Too bad.
Open up.
Oh, mate, you can still host. Yeah, you can still host. Yeah. And I can hear myself. You are echoing powerfully. Skill issue.
Game kind of loud. What am I at if I talk? Probably fine enough. Yeah, one sec. Okay, I think we're good. New title screen, once again. I have not given Fred keyboard and mouse. You now have keyboard and mouse. Is everyone else in? Oh, I can't hear you guys. Shit. Okay, I hear you. Someone say something?
Hello.
Okay, I think we're good still.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back then and see. I think we're supposed to. Now, you know there's a new thing because this thing happened.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, give me one more second.
Okay,
Sorry.
we did that. Hold on, Neon's playing Terraria.
Yeah, that's what the issue is. Alright, there we go. I should be good? Yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to grab a drink real quick, but otherwise I'm good.
Fred, which one of us is taking him?
Can be Gary.
I'm already the maid, and they're gonna be bouncing off of each other. But I don't mind doing
carry
both.
them. I can be the Gary them.
Okay.
Oh, you pay again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Airlock Sholmes? Oh yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
You've stolen Felix's inflection.
It was
I
on
really
purpose.
just like Felix did it because I was gonna criticize Felix for being too slow.
Yeah.
That's the point, though. That was the point.
Well,
I'd forgotten.
well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, John.
I don't know what my voice was.
No, one time. Ah! But up this time, what's that darling down doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Hmm? Oh, yes, of course. Dreadfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave. If you'd be so kind, would you kindly? Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all. Not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
I guess we're supposed to leave. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garridev is hiding something, though. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging.
Okay. What?
Yeah, dig into that ass that just showed up.
What's Bro doing?
What the heck?
What's Bro doing?
What's he doing over there?
Exactly. Mr. Sholmes?
Teleportation. We meet again, my dear fellows.
Good gracious, when did you sneak in here?
I'm trying to think of a Bleach joke, but I don't remember what their like flash step technique is called.
Give me a second.
Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service.
I just called it Flash Step, which is the English name.
Ah, cool, Pug.
But the Japanese name is something. Whatever were you doing over by the window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such an observation.
Cheers.
So, I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here.
Wow.
Keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
Lots of stabbing.
Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Does this involve handcuffing him?
Wait, he's not talking
Only if you
about
want it to be.
Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Also, I looked it up. It's Shunpo.
I see.
Do you
No one
mean
cared.
Mr. Show?
Naruhodo should have known that one. There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
I think so.
There is just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark.
Great deduction time.
Mr. Garadeb. Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not one might call first rate.
Got it in one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements.
I beg your pardon?
I'm also a little sick today, that's why I sound a little off.
That's fair.
The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care.
What?
And the second
That's awfully rude to my maid.
is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Naruto-san, look!
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholm's conclusions are both spot on.
Weird.
How could you possibly?
How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts.
Proceeds to shot a bolt of cannon.
And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. And also this can of cherry cola. It's delicious.
That's a song. The song is also delicious.
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late. Wow, that's a sentence. Has been on the rampage of late within these four walls.
He's British.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thus, we are faced with the question: what form might the beast take?
Looks at maid.
Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garadeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue.
Lion?
Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. The fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, your admiration became so great that, in fact, you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house.
Whoa!
Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined.
Oh, my right side of my face.
The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well.
Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to?
Why are you
Madam,
looking at me? Me?
it's in your teacup. I pray you not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is?
I was so worried for a second. Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts.
Right.
For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show.
Ah,
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garridib. At Batty's Circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion,
Do they have lions?
and a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire.
Mr. Sato, has Herlock Sholmes ever been wrong?
Never.
No.
We'll fix it in post.
See, if it's an Asian lion, I do know they have those, but I'm not sure. Actually, do I?
Now, Mr. Garridib, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Nonsense, man. I simply...
But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? Click. We need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Spin. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain that you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment.
Ah. I'm not expecting to have lines, so it's just catching me off guard.
For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. It's a good thing I have my British to English translator on me. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Yes, well...
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last, unimaginable attack.
Unimaginable?
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over here. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst?
Ah.
This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes.
Hey.
It's caked up, if you would.
Ah. Quite like me.
There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it, or was it not, once said by a certain noblewoman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet.
Really?
The teeth marks on the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Fascinating, he's done it.
He's just like me, for real. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle.
I don't know.
We're dumbfounded, he got it right. Have some tea, good sir.
Damn, he got it in one.
What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring so hot over me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Giridem. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
Fuck you, Mr. Garridim. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too.
Oh,
And sweat. And blood, and piss.
yeah.
Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation?
No. What is it? Again.
Well, your deductions just now, how do I put this? Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size?
Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. A terrifying truth of all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense.
Wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
No.
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his mate would have been hurt, or worse.
Ah, so that's where you're stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus.
Never mind that the shockwave would probably just break every fucking bottle in this room and piece of glassware, but you know.
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Ah, my dear Miss Susato. It occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh! What a glorious notion! Seems legit. Well then, now the sun, it's your turn to shine again.
Oh,
And drink
boy,
tea.
Yeah.
It's your
I
turn
had
to
a
use the
feeling.
brain cell.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Shall I... Mr. Sholmes has lost his brain cell. Please put it back in place.
You can borrow it if you'd like.
You can't do it. See, pretty much what I said.
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. Well, we don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case.
But it would be funny.
Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe.
Let us start again. From the beginning. I'm not reading the rest of this. Of Herlock Sholmes, Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Also featuring this asshole I picked off the street.
Damn.
That
There
has
he
a
is.
sword.
Hold it.
Right. Now we need to like mash until we get the dialogue we have to interact with. What for?
I'm going to say breeding again.
That would be the word you want to say again.
Lion statue.
Lion statue.
I really didn't see the lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Gary Debb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room.
Yeah, something with a very fierce nature.
But it could have been a lion transported from India.
So what was it then?
We must follow Mr. Gary Debb's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer.
Okay.
Beast! Can we like...
I think you can move the camera with like right click or something.
Not right
Some-
click.
Oh,
I can drag. Oh.
Rotate.
Oh. What was that?
Oh, there was a photo. What's this photograph?
Look at this photograph.
It appears to be from Mr. Gary Debb's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he?
He does, but you can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there.
Guess we go
I
back.
guess we're just gonna ignore that.
can you present? No, I guess.
Can we
I
examine
guess it
the
doesn't really.
lion?
It doesn't solve the question, but it
Yeah.
does seem to be related.
Maybe later. Yeah.
Well, this is that lion statue.
Yes, I wonder. Perhaps if you did live with a lion, it would prove to be a rather sweet companion.
It's just a giant cat.
Foxes are trying to be domesticated. Lions will get there eventually.
That's like a mouse trying to tell its family that the cat around the house is sweet.
Try cheap instead. They purr. I suppose it is a bit of a flight of fancy, isn't it?
Well, anyway, the beast we're looking for is something else. Let's have a good look around, if possible.
A bullet?
Duh! It's
don't
the
know.
it's the artillery.
Yeah.
It's the cannon.
The cannon is the beast.
The mortar
Mortar
shells.
shells. These are shells for the cannon, aren't they? What a strange place to keep them.
I imagine they have some significance to Mr. Garrideb from his time in the army. Ah, of course. He mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? You remember? He said that he'd been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of these that hit him.
Around that size, it hit his knee. There'd be nothing left of it, or Mr. Garrideb for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper. And this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary to display in Britain rubbish on the mantelpiece?
But is the ketchup in the here? What? Not the ketchup in the fridge there. If so, bring it upstairs, man. Anyways, okay, then I guess the photo.
What
is
about
what we present.
the metal? Can you look at the metal?
Nope, it's a flat 2D image.
It's
I
too
cannot-
flat. It's too flat to be significant.
Yeah, it does not appear to be.
So we really
that,
can't zoom out or anything, huh? That's weird.
Yes, we just present the photo.
Okay.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it
Yeah.
makes me laugh.
That wasn't it. It's just
Behind the lion at the photo, blah blah blah.
jumping
I'm
to
improving extremely
conclusion.
advanced detection technique
Oh
called
boy,
jumping to
my
conclusions.
Well, oh boy,
He so badly wants to tell you an idiot.
you're stupid. I've shaved 20 years off your lifespan. They're mine now.
Finish download. That's fine. If we don't have it, we don't have it.
Alright.
I think yeah. We're already right now.
We do this. We do that. We do that.
Actually, can I move like my camera more?
Where is it?
You can't go like up and down.
I'm trying, but it doesn't seem like I
Hmm.
can.
Do you have the keyboard?
Yeah, while was just moving that, and arrows is moving like this, but I can't go up.
Z, X, C, A, D.
No, and then and arrows is doing that, and the walls is moving this. What the
I
fuck?
don't know.
Is there anything else we can press that?
I don't see
Wait, is
anything
it-
else interactable.
Well, I just want to see if it's something dumb. Mashing.
Oh, like you have to go to like a certain spot in the photo or something. Newly
Present.
bride.
Mr. Garadeb.
Yeah,
I mean, at the very least, you can get more info about the
Yeah.
photograph.
it's clearly the maid, but like whatever.
What? No. I am far more attractive.
I think powerful would be kind of a lump now, the sun.
Oh yes, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there.
You can't call her that.
Not someone you want to upset, that's for sure.
Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it?
Yes, that's an unusual design.
Looks like some sort of embellished flower.
Sunflower.
So
Yeah.
what? Do we present on Mr. Garadeb because he smashed the painting, or do we present on Bride because she smashed it?
Can you look at the sunflower?
I mean, you can also just
No.
observe Galadab and see if there's anything in there.
True.
Yeah, I suppose are helpers. This must have been when Mr. Garadeb was still there.
He seems to be carrying his rather stout bride effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time.
I suppose he was very strong in his younger years.
Hard to imagine now. He's as thin as a rake.
Well, I guess we present that to say that he looked in that direction and something smashed it.
I mean, the worst part is we lose another 20 years off our lives.
Yeah. Do we try that then?
The worst thing that could happen is that I get called stupid.
True.
Look at this photograph.
No. Well, fucking typical Ace Attorney shit. It's not the picture, it's the picture.
It's the thing on the picture.
That's why I present.
It kind of makes sense in that, like, you're trying to talk about a specific thing and not the picture itself, but it definitely could be done in a better way.
It's the bride.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garadeb. While we lament the fact that her face is obscured,
Just remove the frame.
You can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain.
that's not how I would have put it, but
Ah!
alright.
Oh,
Indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
Honored might be stretching one.
Get out of here. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife, Mr. Garadeb. And the chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well,
Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam?
me.
We've already read this part.
yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's just I thought they would like pull out more, but I guess not.
The second half is gonna divulge a lot more since it's based on different information.
Yeah. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile.
No, dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garrideb anywhere.
She could be anywhere.
She could be even any one of us.
It could be anyone. But it
Could even
seems
be
there
me.
may be a clue as to her whereabouts.
Yeah, sorry.
A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrideb's wife could be.
Under her dress. Can we speed?
Speed. Oh, we can look at his fucked up face.
Yes.
If the camera goes under the dress, my hands
Not
are
yet. We can't point that one out yet.
Oh,
That'll come up later.
Point that out.
Alright, it was like...
your teapot.
Teapot.
There it
It's
is.
just a clue.
No, that was...
Ring. She's wearing a very large ring, look.
Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. It's on the ring finger on her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks like it's on there for life too. I can't imagine it would slide off a finger of that size.
Damn.
That's something to think, Naruto-san. Not to say. Do you know, Mr. Garrideb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like that one. It was a large sunflower design as well.
Really? You have a great memory for these things.
I'd already forgotten.
Naruto's been less than 5 minutes. Bro's got Dobby's memory.
Listen. I remembered because I've played this game before.
A large sunflower wedding ring.
Also, my
Quite a
protagonist.
coincidence. They have-
Well,
It's quite a
unless
coincidence.
do you want to poke anywhere before you present the obvious one, or
Your teapot.
teapot it is.
Funny.
But a charming little teapot. It's in pristine condition. Joan has been pouring some deliciously fragrant tea from it for Mr. Garrideb, hasn't she? Like an infinite amount.
Well, not so much for Mr. Garrideb. More like on Mr. Garrideb. Wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't dream of drawing attention to it, even though it's sus as fuck. I know it's pretty obvious.
Take that.
Look at this wedding ring.
Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts.
Ah, I wasn't looking. Listen, I don't get lines. All I get is like, oh,
You should have said this.
I can't
Indeed
use my
it
mouse.
does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away.
Fred, you got me next time. I can't use the mouse right now.
Fabulous.
For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrideb's bride in this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary household maid.
Exclamation mark.
No. You are Mr. Garrideb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrideb herself.
Oh my word. I didn't think it was gonna be part 2. I could have done that better.
Oh my word!
Well, jolly
Word.
fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is my wife.
The wife.
Yes,
This is
my
the wife.
Sure.
This is the wife.
The only,
The wife.
the only wife.
Rather let herself go, you might. Arrgh!
It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances.
It would appear that all of the men in this room are assholes.
It would appear that you have such a shocking addiction to milsim shit that you've lost all your fucking money.
My banana is forever burned.
After all, you are a retired army man, and yet here you are in the business of renting out rooms.
Shit.
I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct?
It's not right, I tell you. I was 2nd Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly! It's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ.
Yes. Here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garadub has his wife work as his maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garadib?
He's into kinky shit.
He has to be. His reputation's on the line.
It's true.
Only in company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret.
Maybe it is kinky shit. Never mind.
Tip top secret, please. I beg you.
I promise not to bring this up in court tomorrow.
Solved. By me. First try.
Yes.
Now,
That's
Mr.
true.
Garadib.
Now we can probably speak. Ah, yeah, finish this.
The beast.
She stole it first.
You're hiding something with a supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garadub's wife a beast.
It's definitely because the writers didn't want to rewrite this part.
Yes, that's a woman. That feels
I-
rather uncomfortable.
I'm like the opposite direction where I feel like the writers did Beast knowing it was gonna be the wife.
Nah, I think it's funny.
Because the line is
Just
like
like
you
that.
clearly
Like
still
that.
have very deep affection for this beast.
Mhm.
I read that the first time was like, yeah, the wife.
The wife.
Which I already knew, but still.
I mean, it looks like she was responsible for the carpet. Just not by gnawing on it though.
Yeah, she not on it, she ate it.
Are you sure?
Mmm, yummy carpet.
Anyway,
Mrs. Garadub is
go ahead.
sitting beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps the supporting arm that seems to be propping up his hand has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadub's pain is tangible, though.
Could be anywhere.
Now, what could that pose of his really signify?
Wow. Meow.
Alright, look at
Anything
the
else fun? The what?
Mac. He was
But do we look at the pipe?
The pipe.
Pepe.
slapped.
Pipe.
Pipe is
The
one.
sea peasant pip.
Hang on, was that teacup empty?
Eh,
Well, the teacup doesn't have infinite tea.
It's fucking got a hole in it then.
That's a very large pipe, isn't it?
Yes, anyone who has something that size hanging out of his or her mouth on a regular basis is sure to have a serious chin like Mr. Garadub. What's with that white binding around it all about?
And we poke at the lining?
No.
No. Oh wow.
Is that,
How about
that
that
the
empty
teacup is
cup?
actually fucking empty. Bro's drinking like crazy.
He's British.
No, it keeps spilling. It keeps spilling every time. Alright.
Yes. I noticed, yeah, it's the only other interesting thing.
Oh my, look at that bright red mark.
Gosh, that's quite something. and clearly made by somebody's hand.
Yes, Mr. Garadeb has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard.
I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing?
Ooh, indeed. Well, there's a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
It could have been anyone.
I'm over-examining the fuck out of that slap mark, and like that shit does not make sense. They slapped with the left hand across. Whatever.
She can spread her fingers out. Present the funny.
It's the left hand, but it slapped the wrong side of the face.
Or in the wrong direction.
No, depends.
The thumb is on the bottom. That has to be the left hand. Or
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
but
back.
if they're face to face, using her left hand, she props it from the left and then swing to the right, which would hit that side of the face.
No, because if it was from the left, I guess if it was a backhand. But a backhand's not leaving a mark like that. For the thumb to be on the bottom?
I mean, if she slapped with like her arm motion going across her body,
Yeah.
but it's still a bit of an awkward motion for a slap, in my opinion.
That's my point, yeah.
Where your nose good?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking about it. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek.
The slapping conundrum is the most puzzling part.
is!
The only thing that's odd is the angle of her hand, but the direction of the motion is like fine. That's it.
If it's the if it's the backhand, I don't think it leaves a mark like that. And if it's not a backhand, then I guess if she's like behind him, kind of.
Nah. No, it's from the front. It's fine. The direction if it's her left hand, but the thing that's weird is it's angled weird. That's it. The hand, she like fucking broke her wrist as she was slapping it.
And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade
She,
was you, Madame Joan Garadeb.
Oh.
Well, yes, but you just saw how hard I slapped. That wouldn't leave that kind of a mark.
I should get those anyway.
Cute.
You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheek, sir.
Oh, and the blazes. How did you work that out, man?
He looks really imposing, forward-facing.
Yeah.
Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
Can I be incredibly fucking stupid for a second?
Okay.
Okay, so it is incredibly obvious that the dude is like the moon, right? That's incredibly fucking obvious.
Sure, yeah.
I'm only just now realizing that the maid is literally the sun.
Yes.
Right.
I knew
Yeah,
like I knew the wedding ring was the sun, and I can kind of see it on like the head thing, but I'm just realizing that literally just like the moon and the sun.
Yeah, I didn't put it
Lines are
together
often
until
associated
the
with
wedding
the
ring
sun.
came up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had the wedding ring, and she didn't look sun enough because it does look like a typical maid thing. It's just a little bit more bulging than usual. That's
Yeah.
it. Nice.
Yeah.
Lines are often associated with the sun. You remember when we talked about that Pokemon? So like,
Yeah.
yo,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Something like
Keep your
Lunala.
other side from view.
Advance the text.
Alright. Maybe it's just a video randomly started again. I was looking at it. Right, anyways. Well,
Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garadeb to fly into such a rage. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze. Speed.
Bills.
yeah, now we can like mash a little bit later. Didn't Mr. Shelm say that the bills were all for lion fodder?
Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed.
Are we sure?
Well, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrido's wife.
Naruto-san, she's a person, not a thing. I know we're the 180s, but still.
Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact.
The judge is still debating on the perfect part, but... Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force? I wonder.
I'd love to know the answer to that question, so I don't have to find out myself.
Oh boy, I'd love to know the answer to that one.
Yeah, it's all was doing at that point. I'd like to know, so I never have to find out.
Anyways,
Book.
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. It's a bookmark here. Look. Mr. Gary Depp is clearly an avid reader.
What up,
Oh.
Rainbow Star? Yeah, this game's great.
Wait a minute.
I can't wait till we get to the second one. First one's just a lot of setup, in my opinion.
I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. I can't just tell, I guess. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look, next to the signature here.
Lip marks.
Lip
made
marks.
with lipsticks.
Mi-
Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas. Who's out the sun?
No, it's fine now, though. I know you're gay. Oh dear. I'm sorry for not respecting your homosexuality.
So, this bookmark is actually a love note then.
Wow,
Okay,
you're updating.
he's cheating!
Amazing. Anything else
that?
funny? Do we care about the stack of
It's that.
book or the...
With a broken plate.
Doesn't seem to be selectable.
Stack of
Oh, it is.
broken plate.
I might as well check what the bills are about, I guess.
Alright.
Looking at all these bills, it certainly amounts to a great deal of food.
Meat and potatoes by the cartload, wasn't it? Well, looking at the two of them. You can tell immediately who eats and who doesn't. Who eats the lion's share, yes.
I thought that was like, I'm not reading this.
Well, at least we're no longer talking about an actual lion anymore.
Bro said, I'll ignore that.
It was lag. Alright, check the broken plate.
No, Susato.
Okay.
Well, you know, because like we know who eats the lion's share, she just doesn't comment on it.
Oh dear, this place has been smashed to pieces, and nobody seems inclined to tidy up the place.
Perhaps some sort of high art.
Really? Out of the sun?
Well, I mean, anyone who has a cannon on display in their living room is clearly a little eccentric.
Yes, let's call it eccentricity.
It's not on display, it's for self-defense.
Weird.
I know it's on class.
Weird. Take that. Yes, there's this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Yours, Mary. Fuck.
That's what you had to.
Passionate indeed.
Perhaps the sender of this note would skip my dialogue.
No, it's fine. It's no longer skipped. It's just interrupted.
A certain Miss Mary is the fly in the ointment here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now that we've seen it in motion, that thumb definitely should not be on the bottom.
What? I don't know the
It would have
only
mixed
woman.
like a top down. Yeah, okay, it doesn't make sense.
I recovered.
You got one here?
That note wasn't written to me. I was just in the book. I don't know how it got there.
It was just in there, you say?
That's right. That's what.
A likely story.
No, listen here, Joe. No thing. I explained at the time. I bought our book at the second-hand place, and that note must clearly have been there. Oh, this is court relevant. Anyways.
So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, meaning...
Okay, if you don't skip this dialogue, he'll
Oh,
never
that's
get
going.
Mullen.
It's true.
Yeah.
Help me, I'm stuck in a time loop. That's the time loop over!
A likely story.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name, it's written to James! Oh no, she's doing it again. No, this is...
Please.
never get to read.
Stop!
No, my legs can only take so much. I've
Help!
already been shot.
Help me!
But my name is... Oh, John! Orbicle!
A likely story.
You're right, it's John Garridon. Are you questioning my name now?
Slap.
No, so violent!
And there we have it.
There we have it.
A lady that's in to go to court with multiple witnesses.
Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite.
Oh.
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one
now
last
we can
unimaginable
match.
attack,
Now we can match. What's this?
munching this
unimaginable.
carpet.
Yes. Oh,
Yummy.
dearie me, I was so hungry. I ate the carpet.
Oh my god, she ate the carpet? No, she ate the caves.
She's gay, good for her.
Wow, like every other character in this game.
But
You're not special, everyone's gay.
Did,
surely Mrs. Garridon didn't eat the carpet.
Hey, real quick. Has
No,
anyone
of
else
course not.
has anyone else seen the joke of like, what if there was some piece of media where everyone was gay and then there was just one straight character named Lily and everyone was like, oh straight Lily, you're so straight. And then it's like literally
Right.
the fucking best friend of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who has tried being gay, it is implied, and just can't.
Amazing.
But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Shim's induction that we need to fix. We only need to follow Mrs. Garridon's gaze, and that'll tell us the real answers.
Alright, let's see what we can see.
Yes.
I wonder what it could have been.
It's
Well,
not the cake, I can tell you. I mean,
Oh.
feel free to look at the
Wow.
cake
Anyways,
if you want, but I think it's the candle,
delicious
right?
cake.
Let's look
Yeah,
at the
it's that
cake.
kind of- Ah, so many cakes.
Is that all you can think about?
Yes. Well, look at them. Now the sun. There's a mountain of them. And they all look so delicious and polygonal.
More of a tower than a mountain, I'd say.
It's a mountain. And it's my hope that one day, in our very homeland, I will be able to perform the tea ceremony at the foot of such a mountain.
Well, it's definitely a tower, but okay.
Tough crowd.
The circus. This is an advertising handle for the circus. Batty's Circus. Let me respeak. Batty's Circus. It's in a nearby park.
Isn't this the same as the one we saw earlier? The one that was folded up in Mrs. Gyarados' pocket.
Perhaps they're very great circus lovers. I know how to English.
What?
That's a weird
What?
sentence.
It couldn't be that the Hungry Lion is somehow involved again here, could it?
Oh dear, I hope not. Sato-san, are you good? I was kind of had a stroke there.
Look at the candle. The
Candlestick or the
candlestick.
candlestick? Right. Let's see
Look
what.
at this candlestick.
The carpet here has been ripped to shreds.
Can nobody tell what the fucking burnt thing is anymore? Anyways.
It's the 1800s.
Burn mark. Burn marks. What are those?
Yes, and according to Mrs. Shum's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly.
Yes, the tears. Oh, look here.
What is it? I'm blind.
If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks. No way.
Oh. Holy shit, he can tell.
That's why he's the lawyer.
Oh yes, so you can. An amazing power. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all.
Oh, let's rethink this with that in mind.
I guess we have to examine it.
The
Can we not
candle.
examine that one specifically? I don't
Hey,
think we can examine that
No,
one.
it's not
so-
real. It's not real. Just look at the candle.
Okay. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over.
Oh dear, that would be dangerous.
Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing.
Yes, I didn't notice that before.
Really? I mean, why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? I wonder.
I guess we present the candlesticks.
I wonder.
Honestly,
I wonder what happened
50-50.
Let's just present the candlestick, I say.
I think it's the carpet. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be either. I think the carpet's just more obvious.
Thanks.
Okay.
Take that.
Maybe both work.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, the main thing is, if possible, I would have pointed at a candlestick on the fucking ground, but whatever.
Yes,
That's
to
fair, that's
explain the
fair.
dire state of the carpet. We need only look at the candlestick.
To find out what happened to the carpet, we need only look at the carpet.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible.
Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away.
Scorch marks. I know how fire works.
It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Yeah.
Yeah.
The jiggle physics on my cheeks. Not those cheeks.
Miss Garadev's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face. Smack.
What?
But
This is-
on the entire room, the force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder.
Oh shit! She caused a shockwave.
And in seconds, the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room was in flames.
Wait, why do we keep switching whatever?
I mean, because they're dancing.
True.
They finish each other's
Yes.
sandwiches.
For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire.
In this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there's but one conclusion here.
Bean?
Then
After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Alright, don't say that with me,
sorry,
Jesus.
There's no way for us to coordinate that.
I think,
This is not
yeah.
happening.
I mean,
See if I hire you for my free assistant again.
on the fly, the best way would just be to like split after the comma. I think, or you just fucking full send it and you both just go for it, and it sounds horrible. What? No tea this time?
He's standing up.
Piss.
Mr. Jones, sir. I salute you! Dies of cringe.
Wow, he's gone.
I poop my pants also.
Drops.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but blood, sweat, tears, piss, and poop are all part of the deductive, reasoning.
Deduction
They're
complete.
all symptoms.
Elementary.
What smells like shit? Drops husband to hold nose.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab my food. I just want to finish this section.
Should I say it?
No, me too.
You should do it.
It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there.
And in the pages of one particular novel, you discover some rather illicit material.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. I forgot I was cooking.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly not. Ah! Oh boy,
That one
here
was
we
dissolved.
go again. And the carpet? Was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. It happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames.
You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
Oh, that's sympathy for you.
I do everything for the funny.
It didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
Over here, Mr. Gillidan?
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, so if you'll allow me. Oh,
Had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Oh gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming, 10 to the dozen.
I'm back.
Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book. It was called The Lion's Pride.
But he did want a lion.
The Lion's Pride. Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats is coming through again. Just as I suspected.
Right, I can take back my role. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. Also, my voice is Still not normal, but close enough.
So, the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage.
Mr. Shum's deductions turned out to be correct once again. Ignored where he was wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's correct if you ignore all the times he's wrong. It can only be described as a great British wonder.
I told you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Right?
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think. So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window and the streets below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. And I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really?
Go. Slap.
So, Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Naruto. What can I do for you?
Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garadeb's situation now. But what does that have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
Probably nothing. I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow. If you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew that the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
Theme music starts playing.
Oh boy. I just knew you were going to say that.
Was I wrong? Ah! Now, Mr. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only 2 categories, those relevant to the case and those not. So in that sort of way, you have a 50-50% chance of this being relevant.
Thank you for making the joke.
That makes no sense to me.
That's just mathematics. You should go to school sometime. Well, no matter.
That's the point. He didn't. He self-taught.
It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry.
Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over.
Oh no, isn't that time already?
If we're to accept Natsume-san's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. That's my job.
No, so that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garadeb.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry.
Thank you both very much for your time.
So Seki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer.
Okay, where the fuck is Felix?
Dead in a ditch.
Be...
We should do it quick.
We could stop here if you want. What time is it?
Nah.
No,
It's only it's been like an hour.
We could keep going.
Right, back to this.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to keep going. It's just that the person to voice Sasaki would be me, and I wouldn't be able to do whatever voice he was doing.
Well,
Okay. I gotta time out a bot 1 sec.
it's fine. We're apparently outside of prison, even though we went to prison.
We got interrupted on the way there.
Probably.
"19th of February, Briar Road."
Yeah, Sully. Hang on. Okay. You can get back.
It's time to Hello there, son. We must hurry back to the prison.
I'm riding as fast as I can. Let's hail a carriage. Wait.
What's the matter?
Oh. It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Gary Deb's house.
Hmm? What the fuck?
Oh my! I didn't know he was in this case.
Who's this clown?
Fucking dibs. Hang on.
Have you won dibs?
Alright.
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers.
Who's this guy?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, you golly, you know bad, you looking fucking might I can do this voice.
Nimini pimini.
Dibbity-bibbity.
Pimney?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this alright fella? Huh? What are you on about?
Okay, well, on the positive note, I found the voice.
I'm Popeye, motherfucker.
Popeye and Zolban.
Excuse me. I don't know how Popeye somewhere sounds, unfortunately. There? What the? Who are you now?
I mean, you're doing a pretty good job because most of Popeye's dialogue is like.
Alright, good enough.
I mean, not even knowing the voice is important, just having, like, a picture in your head. So...
I'm sorry. It just looks as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Ryunosuke-san, is a lawyer, you see. A lawyer? What?
If I can be... If any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law.
I don't know who said that. This.
Tisk.
Fine. Not been away for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Highest from voice.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Hell yeah. Classic.
Don't look like a bloomin' nun, do you? Disappears. No, what's this face?
He's happy.
Alright. Does anyone want to guess this fine fellow's name?
Prince Charles?
Anyone else? Okay.
He mentioned. I'm trying to think. There's something literary going on here, but I don't remember.
It probably is.
There definitely is.
I do hope you're not injured.
What's a Balatro rare clown card?
Oh,
Yep.
fairy stone. Fuck. What does Zolban sound like? I had it like a minute ago. Oh, fairy stone maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you.
Oh, what was that all about?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
You said that already.
I'm not Horatio either.
But he is a hoe.
Hey.
Oh, forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here? In the Gary Deb's residence?
Oh, fairy stone maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode.
Mr. Gary Deb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor?
Ah, yes. A gentleman named Natsume? Oh, more worthy a polemist and... What? Polemist?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
I think it's supposed to be like... Poetist or something? Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words neither could there be.
A person who argues in
What was that
favor
word?
of a
Battle?
position or idea.
Okay. Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I spotted long into the night.
Oh no, he's a power scaler.
It'll get better later on, don't worry.
I don't fully understand. But it seems Natsume-san and this gentleman are acquaintances, at least.
So, fair maiden, so, good gentlemen, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well.
We'll never learn his name.
It's gotta be like Yorick or something.
I didn't really understand him, but I
Would-
think he's returned to his room.
Would you like me to tell you his first name?
Steve.
William.
Oh my god.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
It seems,
Really good
it
distinction.
seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us.
I don't know if that's a legal distinction one.
Maybe. Well,
With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrett house is certainly full of eccentrics. Well, anyway, I'll go and find a carriage.
yes. I'm sure Natsume-san is eagerly awaiting a return.
Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Damn, the prison's
really-
closed.
I need to find a way to make Popeye's voice without actually killing my throat.
It's William Potensi in the Japanese version.
Hmm.
So it's not literally Shakespeare, but it's supposed to be like making fun of it either way.
Hmm.
Okay, I can do Soseki, but I need someone to remind me like what voice Felix was doing. Because I don't fucking remember.
Wait, go watch the VOD.
I'll fucking do it. Okay, no one else remembers.
Pop your eyes.
Oh, it's you! You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched!
Thank goodness I don't have to read anything.
We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Natsume-san.
Oh, no, think nothing of it. Relax. Like
relax.
me. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots.
You can shut up now.
I do enjoy this voice, actually. Noble, nurturing, never failing, Nipponese.
Oh, now let's not get carried away.
I think that's Sholmes. Because fuck you, Roman.
Okay. Oh, I quite agree. I'm definitely Herlock Sholmes, by the way. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. That does sound like something he would say.
Yeah.
On the other hand, flash step technique.
Simple.
It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact.
I don't remember him being in the scene, but like, who else would it have been?
Such is my belief, at least. Listen, I told you it was about to close, so I knew you were gonna come here.
It's you!
I put you in here.
The miserable, rotten spy, Herlock Sholmes.
Don't wear it out.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here?
I do love, Herlock.
It's pretty good. I have no intention of doing anything, per se, or anyone. Save observing, of course.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring.
Big
Also, I'm
Lewis.
keeping the books, by the way.
Big
They're
Lewis.
mine now.
Okay, got it.
Hmm.
Gloomful room?
At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option.
And 3 meals a day.
True. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste of books. My day has been a delight, and it cost me not a penny.
You! How dare you, Hairlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. I can't do the voice now that he's not mad anymore. My whole life is bedamned!
There it is, we got it.
Yeah.
Better. Hmm.
What are you thinking, Naruto-san?
Well, he mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean.
And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words.
Who? What?
He's the only one with a mustache. Cursed is wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial.
Oh boy, what's that supposed to mean?
Confers. Cursed trial.
Cursed
Cursed
trial?
lodging.
Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed?
Oh no. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, well, I see. That's really agitated him.
You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow?
Hmm.
I heard some of the other inmates talking. Something about the Reaper of the Bailey?
Are you referring to the prosecutor?
I was joking, no! The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean?
It means you're fucked.
Please, tell me. Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words.
16. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution ever. Oh, that was 16 words, fine.
Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly!
Yesterday, Naruto-san successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Oh, Mr. McGilda, no.
What?
Ah, I'm impressed, Miss Susato. You have an eye for detail.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. I didn't
Oh.
do shit.
Alright.
As per usual.
Well, Mr. Sholmes,
Mhm.
surely it can't be that having failed to have the accursed convicted,
That's almost what that word was.
or accused rather, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself.
Oh no, he couldn't have. Surely.
I would never, my Nipponese friend.
He also totally did not take a long, multiple years vacation to heal from a wound caused by an incident. Totally will not have relatively crime.
Ha 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 ha! You have some wonderful notions.
My theme is playing. Even though I'm not here.
His
Wait.
presence can be felt.
Such power.
The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
And never in this entire series will someone be both.
True.
Yes. Why, of course he is.
Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me?
It's funny.
Fuck!
What are you doing in there?
It's a summoning ritual to curse the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Ah!
Anti-curse underwear today.
Elections!
It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. Somehow.
What on earth do you mean by that?
He's straight.
Mm.
Impossible.
Dun dun dun.
The Reaper.
Van Zieks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception.
Ah, that's good.
Looks like his son looks like he's going to cry tears of joy.
As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated.
Right.
Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so forth. By such underhanded means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail.
It means the wrong verdict can be passed.
And sadly is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation.
And that's alright? No.
However, those indicted by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh, hi.
Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking.
Disappear? But how?
By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen.
Oh no no no.
All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, no way.
I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed!
He's quite right. Dodos are currently extinct.
Thank you.
They were yummy.
True.
When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garydib's house, I assume? Do you mean to say that you believe the place is cursed?
It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain.
Bro's JoJo posing.
Yes. This is a fucking JoJo character, let's be real. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. Everyone here was gay.
True.
Wow, that didn't take long then.
That's pretty rough.
I was trying to decide if I should say gay or straight. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk I dab.
Doobie dabbing.
So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. My only solace was battling that William Shakespeare.
You must have been very lonely. You've been away from your homeland for such a long time.
I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now.
Yes. Why did you choose there? It seems a little, inconvenient.
The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said...
He what?
He simpered. And said, the room is cursed. Oops.
Whoops.
He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, if you have something to say, then say it! But if not, don't mention it in the first place!
Yeah, well said.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed, then?
Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole.
You when I'm gaming?
Yes. Facts. She's spitting. My sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death.
I'm pretty sure that's oxygen deprivation.
And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street.
That's probably
I'm branded a
oxygen
killer,
deprivation.
thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm Japanese.
I think that's CO2 poisoning.
Surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. They took the music. They took my wife. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really, no one at all.
Well, couldn't be us.
Bye.
To believe.
Well, good luck finding someone to believe in you. See you later.
To believe.
You believe.
Mr. Sholmes.
Me, Mr. Naruto? Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about the case on the SS Urya, if you recall.
Nope.
No?
The what? The Burya. Ah, that case. The one with the snake.
Something like that. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate, too.
I did I? Interesting.
What I want to know is, why? Why did you leave me?
I see. Yes. You mean to say it is because you are a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with a victim in a locked room.
Well, if you like, yes.
I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it.
But I could have been lying.
But you didn't.
Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little.
I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me.
What?
You see, the only things I believe in are those that I choose to believe in.
What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned.
But I could have betrayed your trust.
The vibes were good. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion.
Meaning?
Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself.
Yes, yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Whoa. Whether or not I can believe myself.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you.
That's what Kazuma said. He said it right there on the screen.
What's the voice? A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Self. Not.
Nods, leaves, dies again.
I remember that dead guy.
You're so right.
He was so right for that.
Amazing.
Well, my dear fellows, it's time that we were leaving, I believe.
Is it time?
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me?
He just fucking does the fucking...
Okay.
Yeah. Oh dear. There is never enough time, is there? He's still doing it.
Oh no. Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you.
Fuck eyes active.
Title screen starts playing. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Well, as I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in. The defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts.
Yes, Naruto-san.
I'm surprised you're gonna represent him in court. I thought you were just gonna cut him out of there using that sword of yours.
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Locum student Naruhodo Esquire-san.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me, even this sword.
Yeah?
Weeble
I
silently
hope-
unseats.
To represent you tomorrow.
I'm not letting you borrow my gun.
As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue.
Of course, Mr. Natsume.
I've been here too long. How do you say please in Japanese? Onigiri, that's right.
That's right, there it is. Got it.
Got it.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes. I think you're right about that. Yeah. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end.
Okay, the over pulling the T is like a funny gag. It translating across text boxes is hilarious.
Miss Susato,
Yes,
That's-
that's me. That's my name.
That's me.
would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court?
No. Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
Okay, Fred.
Yay.
I've decided. One of us has to do like some random NPC that's Nico from Xenoblade 3. Do you know who that is? She's the NPC that's always talking about herself in third person.
We'll see.
The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me too now. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Sasaki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him, to fight in his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Alright, everyone, tomorrow?
Part
Let's
2. Yippee!
Next
Hog.
week.
That field win no trial.
Same time next week, everyone.
Yeah.
Ish.
I may be indisposed, but I may not be. I'll try to keep you posted.
Just let me know.
Alright, that's fine.
I'm taking a trip to Wisconsin.
Okay.
Gee. Finish.
Have fun with that. Yeah, that's a good place to stop.
I'm not trying to dox you, but can I guess the reason? Like, just yes or no, do you think I can?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can probably guess.
Okay, cool.
Wait, can you? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out when you stop streaming.
Yep. And on that note, I am going to click the button